ugly. If something is unattractive, the word ugly is a good choice to describe it. This is a short word, and the meaning is very clear. The word ugly, however, is not a nice word to use for a person. It's the opposite of pretty or beautiful. Joan and Pat bought an ugly house and fixed it up. Now the house looks great. Mary thought she was ugly as a child, but now she's quite beautiful. No one wants to buy that car because the color is so ugly. That new building on the corner is so ugly. Strip mining leaves an ugly scar on the land. The word ugly is also used when describing situations. Bill and Hoda are going through an ugly divorce. An ugly rumor involving President Obama's past is circulating on the internet. We saw an ugly confrontation on the highway the other day between two drivers. Ultimate. The word ultimate is an adjective used for describing things that are extremely good or things that are final. Businesses often use this word when promoting products or services in commercials. Disney World provides the ultimate experience for the whole family. Bill's Steakhouse offers the ultimate dining experience. The train brought us to our ultimate destination. There was no escape from the ultimate conclusion that the man was guilty. The word ultimately is an adverb that is similar to the word finally. Ultimately, he gave in to the company's request. They ultimately decided to move to New Orleans after considering several other cities. The word ultimatum is a noun. An ultimatum is a decision that is forced upon someone. There may be one choice or two choices, but the situation is serious, and the person or people who have to choose are under pressure to agree. Syria was given an ultimatum to hand over its chemical weapons or face a severe military action. The company's ultimatum forced the employees to accept a lower wage. Ultra. The word ultra is an adjective that means very or extremely. Sometimes it's part of a compound noun, and other times it's separated. You have to protect your skin from ultraviolet radiation by putting on sunblock. Ultra-conservative candidates can easily win elections in a state that has a lot of Republicans. A solar car has to be ultra light in order to cover long distances. Letitia went in for an ultrasound because her doctor wanted to take a look at the baby before it was born. Ultra-high frequencies are used for broadcasting television and radio programs, Wi-Fi, and satellite transmissions. Umbrella. An umbrella provides a person with protection from rain, sun, or snow. She's holding an umbrella. The umbrella protects her from the rain. She usually carries an umbrella with her on days when it's likely to rain. He's sitting under an umbrella. The umbrella protects him from the sun. He usually sits under an umbrella when he goes to the beach because he doesn't want to get a sunburn. She's holding a parasol. A parasol is a fancy umbrella, but it doesn't provide very much protection. Unable. The prefix un makes the word able negative. A person who is unable to do something doesn't have the ability, time, money, or other resources. Tanya was unable to make it to the meeting because she had a doctor's appointment. Ned is unable to walk because he's paralyzed. I'm unable to drive a car without my glasses. We're unable to stay much longer because we have to get back home. Notice that this word is often used with an infinitive. He's unable to work. They're unable to come. I'm unable to pay the rent this month. Unanimous. The word unanimous is an adjective that we use to describe opinions, judgments, and decisions in which every member of a group agrees. There is 100% agreement on something. The decision made by the jury was unanimous. The defendant was guilty of murder. The board members of the company came to a unanimous decision and fired the CEO. U.S. Supreme Court decisions are rarely unanimous. There was not unanimous support for the construction of a new light rail line through the city. The adverb form of this word is unanimously. The school board voted unanimously to build a new elementary school. The children decided unanimously to play outside in the snow instead of inside in the gymnasium. The noun form of this word is unanimity. In a rare show of unanimity, the City Council approved the builder's plans to construct the apartment building. Unanimity is more easily achieved among members of a small group. Uncertain. If something is uncertain, it's not clear, or there is some doubt. This word is the opposite of certain. Zoe is uncertain about whether or not she should go to college after high school. Brad is uncertain about leaving his current job and starting a new business. When asked about whether she would retire, Matilda said she was uncertain. Todd didn't get the job he interviewed for because the company was uncertain of his skills and his experience. Many people are uncertain about the health of the planet's ecosystem. The future is uncertain. The word uncertainty is a noun. There's a lot of uncertainty regarding the direction of the stock market. Political activities can cause uncertainty within a country that has a weak economy. Many investors don't like to put their money into industries in which there's any uncertainty. There's a lot of uncertainty regarding the value of Bitcoin. Uncle. If your mother or father has a brother, you call that person uncle. My uncle and his family are coming for a visit. When Dan was a boy, he used to go fishing with his uncles. His Uncle Bob owns a car dealership. Maria says she has 10 uncles altogether. How many uncles do you have? John F. Kennedy was the maternal uncle to Maria Shriver. There are a few other ways in which you'll hear the word uncle in American English. Every year in April, American taxpayers have to figure out how much they owe to Uncle Sam. A large boy on the playground was hitting the other children until they cried uncle. The bully made the boy say uncle. Under. The word under is used when something is below another thing or another person. Your feet are under the table when you sit down to eat. A student's feet are under the desk when studying in a classroom. Bob is wearing a shirt under his jacket. Some apples fell under the tree. Walter looked under his car to find out what was making noise. Some people keep money under their mattress. People who live in the United States live under the U.S. Constitution. There is no higher law than that. This word is often used to describe relationships at work. A worker who is under someone else receives direction from that person. Who do you work under? Charles works under Teresa, his boss. Yolanda doesn't like working under people who are much younger than she is. Use the word under to form new words. An undergraduate is a person who is working towards a bachelor's degree. An understudy takes the place of a performer who is unable to perform. Something below ground level is underground. Fish live underwater. You wear an undershirt under your shirt. There are a few expressions and phrases that use the word under. I'm feeling a little under the weather. The team that won the game was an underdog. Sam took his younger brother under his wing and taught him the family business. A suspected criminal is under arrest by a police officer. If something is under consideration, the possibility of it is being discussed or proposed. Underline. To underline something is to draw a line underneath it, usually a word. The reason for underlining words is to show their importance. You can also use the word underline to indicate that a situation is important or needs attention. The word attention is underlined. The teacher told the students to underline all of the verbs in the sentence. The verbs are underlined. Ronald underlined an entire paragraph in a book he's reading because he was so impressed by the ideas he found there. The titles of the books are underlined on the reference page. Some hyperlinks are underlined to show that they lead to another page or another website on the internet. The link is underlined when you roll over it with your mouse. Growing traffic problems in our area underline the need for new mass transit solutions. Understand. A person who understands something has learned its meaning or its value. This word is similar to the word comprehend. The simple form is understand. The past tense is understood, and the past participle is understood. When a person has problems understanding something, you'll often hear comments like these. She doesn't understand what the teacher said. The students are trying to understand the lesson. Mario didn't understand what he read. I'm afraid I don't understand. This is difficult to understand. Reba failed to understand the meaning. The contract was not completely understood. This word is also used when expressing frustration. I don't understand why this toaster isn't working. It's hard to understand why you did that. Tina fails to understand her children. Bob doesn't understand why his girlfriend is so upset. I don't understand why you are so angry at me. I'm sorry, I'm not making myself understood. Jorge doesn't understand women. I don't understand you. When a person does understand, these kinds of statements are fairly common. I finally understand. He's beginning to understand. She understands what you are saying. They understand the lesson. Our responsibilities are understood. It's understood that everyone will keep quiet about this situation. Notice that this verb is not used in continuous forms. If you ever hear an ing ending at the end of the word understand, it's being used as a noun. They have a mutual understanding. My understanding was that the delivery would be made at 2 o'clock, but now it's 4 o'clock. Her understanding of English is limited. He has a good understanding of why he's being punished. Understanding how people think will make it easier to get along with them. Understanding and respecting other cultures and languages will lead to a more peaceful world. Undo. To undo something is to reverse an action or return to an original situation. The prefix un makes the root word do negative, but it also suggests a reversal. The simple form of this verb is undo. The past tense is undid. The past participle is undone. We're trying to undo a problem that we created. The boy undid his seatbelt and got out of the car. My shoelaces came undone. If you make a mistake while editing a document, pushing Command plus Z will undo it. Go to Edit and click on Undo. Years of economic progress in the country were undone by a dictator who quickly rose to power. In some situations, it's impossible to undo what has already been done. Getting involved with organized crime was the beginning of the young man's undoing. Undoing years and years of polluting and neglecting our environment will take several decades. Uneasy. A person who feels uneasy feels uncomfortable or nervous about something or someone. I feel uneasy about this. You look uneasy. What's wrong? Dave says he feels uneasy about having to travel by air. Vanessa told me she's uneasy around people who are well educated. Maria told the doctor she felt very uneasy about a pain she's been having in her stomach. There's this strange man who lives down the street. He makes everyone uneasy because he's loud and he's kind of mean. Albert gets uneasy whenever a police car is directly behind his car. The police make some people feel a little uneasy. Bruce feels uneasy whenever he has to talk to his boss about something. The words uneasiness and unease are nouns. I'm feeling some unease. I wish this feeling of unease would just go away. After we paid off all of our credit cards, our uneasiness over our debt disappeared. A feeling of unease quickly spread over the crowd when a man walked into the auditorium carrying a gun. There is some uneasiness felt among people who travel to countries where the crime rate is high.
Unfortunately. The word unfortunately is an adverb that we use when an action or a situation is not good, or we feel sorry that something has happened. It's often used as a transition when going from one sentence to another. Louis would like to stay home today. Unfortunately, he has to go to work. Helen is a great worker, and she's very enthusiastic about what she does. Unfortunately, the company she works for has to lay her off because business is down. There are unfortunately very few days left for us to be together. We need to get a new refrigerator. Unfortunately, we can't afford it right now. Pedro was going to go to the park and play baseball with his friends, but unfortunately, it's raining. If you drop the ly ending, this word becomes an adjective. This is a very unfortunate situation. It's unfortunate that they can't come to our party. Donna had a very unfortunate accident and lost some of her vision. We heard about the fire. How unfortunate.
Uniform. A uniform is a type of clothing worn by people to show that they belong to an organization. Other people in the organization wear the same type of clothing. Maria goes to a school that requires all students to wear uniforms. Boys and girls wear blue suits with a red tie. Most girls wear skirts, but now girls are also allowed to wear pants if they choose. Maria also plays on a soccer team. When she plays, she wears a uniform to show that she's part of the team. Many people wear a uniform at work. People who work at restaurants, hotels, and large stores might be required to wear a uniform. People in the military wear uniforms to show their position and rank. The word uniform is also used as an adjective to indicate that things are the same length, quality, color, size, etc. These screws are all uniform in type, size, and color. Packaged food is uniform in shape and size when it's sold in a box or any other type of package. These biscuits are all uniform. Union. Use the word union when things or people come together. A marriage is a union between two people. The United States is a union of 50 states. A credit union is a bank where members can deposit or borrow money. This word is often used to describe a workers' group that meets and organizes in solidarity when negotiating for wages and benefits. The UAW is a very big union. It protects the interests of auto workers. The AFL-CIO is another large and powerful union. It represents workers in many different industries and trades. Sometimes a union organizes a strike in order to demand better working conditions or better wages. I belong to a teachers' union. I have to pay dues to the union. The union bargains on my behalf. The union protects teachers' rights as workers, and it helps to improve working conditions. When the prefix "re" goes before union, it forms the word reunion. This is a gathering of people who have had past relationships and are interested in seeing each other again. A family reunion is a gathering of family members from many different locations and across generations. A class reunion is a meeting of people who once went to high school or college together. Unique. When someone or something is very different from all the others in a group, we use the adjective unique. In some cases, it's similar to the word original. This band has a unique sound. Her hairstyle is very unique. No one else has anything like it. Tony has a unique way of playing soccer. That table is quite unique. It's one of a kind. Their company takes a unique approach to solving problems. The adverb form of this word is uniquely. She is uniquely qualified to fill this position. The house is uniquely situated within walking distance of both the city center and the beach. The store carries jewelry uniquely created for people who are socially conscious. Unite. When bringing things or people together, you can use the word unite. This word is synonymous with the word connect, and it's very similar to the word unify. Edward and Josephine were united in holy matrimony. The team was united in its goal of defeating the opposing team. The internet makes it easier for people with common interests to unite. Uniting the countries of Europe to create an economic union has not been easy. Family members fleeing from violence in their home country were reunited after several months apart. Ralph expects to be reunited with his wife and kids when he lands at the airport. The word united is often used as an adjective. It appears in the names of many well-known businesses. United Parcel Service delivers packages all across the country. United Healthcare provides health insurance to people who need health coverage. United Airlines is one of the world's largest airlines. The United States consists of 50 separate states that are united under the U.S. Constitution. The word union is a noun. The union is going on strike because it wants a pay raise. The Soviet Union collapsed in the 1990s. Unlike. The word unlike is used when someone or something is unusual, very different, or not similar to another thing or person. An apple is unlike an orange. She's unlike other students because she always asks for more homework. This house is quite large, unlike the other houses on this street. This food tastes unlike anything I've ever eaten before. This car drives very nicely, unlike the other cars we took for a test drive. Up. The word up is a common preposition, but it's also used as part of many expressions, slang, and idioms. In this first group of sentences and questions, up is used with the verb be, and the meaning of the word varies. Is he up yet? Time's up. Do you know what's up? You're up. Our lease is up. I'm not sure what his salary is, but it's up there. The word up is found in many idioms. She's moving up in the company. Someone used up all of the toilet paper. Let up on the accelerator. Prices are going up. eat up. It's also commonly found in slang and expressions. What's up? What up? Sup?